Good evening, Nicotra, and happy Sunday to you. This is Mr. Zaza reminding you that school starts tomorrow. And tomorrow is going to be a great day. Just a quick reminder, please log into Classroom or Zoom per your teacher's schedule. Attendance will be taken. It's very important that you attend class just as if it was a normal school day. You also have work. Please follow your teacher's instructions and complete all your work on time. Another notice, it's very important. If you need food, you can go to your local school without ID and pick up breakfast, lunch, and dinner. If you still need a laptop, you may pick one up in room 200, located at 2 Teleport Drive in CC2 between the hours of 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. Tonight, I'd like to share with you a book that I'm reading called Leadership in Turbulent Times. I picked this book because we do live indeed in turbulent times, and so tonight's read aloud, which I will try to do once a week, will give you an insight into what good readers do, as well as make you think about what is leadership. So this book is written by historian Doris Kearns Goodwin, and it documents different leadership styles throughout American history and how the American leader at the time defined and rose above the challenge faced by Americans. And I want you to think about how this might relate to your own lives. So let me just start by reading a few passages from the preface. A preface in a book sets up the book, giving you a quick overview of what the book is about and what brought the author to writing the book. So let's begin. In the preface on page 3, Goodwin writes, "It is not the still calm of life or the repose of a Pacific station that great characters are formed." Abigail Adams wrote to her son John Quincy Adams in the midst of the American Revolution, suggesting that the habits of a vigorous mind are formed in contending with difficulties. Great necessities call out great virtues. So what is Goodwin saying here? Let's look at the 7 strategies of great readers. What I just did was question the author. What is she trying to say? My next technique is to summarize. What is the author saying? Let me see if I can summarize that in my own words. So what is Goodwin saying here? Is it the man or the woman who is a great leader? Or do the times call out great leadership? Or when confronted with great difficulties, do leaders possess within themselves the virtues that will naturally come about because great times and great difficulties are calling for it? All 4 leaders presented in this book confronted great necessities. All took office at moments of uncertainty and dislocation in extremis. Abraham Lincoln entered the presidency at the gravest moment of dissolution in American history. Franklin Roosevelt encountered a decisive crisis of confidence in our country's economic survival and the viability of democracy itself. Though neither Theodore Roosevelt nor Lyndon Johnson faced a national crisis on the scale of secession or devastating economic depression, they both assumed office at a time when these great events had begun to rattle the social order. So now what I want to do is activate schema. What does that mean? What I do when I read a text is, what do I know about what I'm reading? What background information can I remember that will help bring meaning to what I'm reading? Watch. Remember, during Lincoln's presidency, the South had seceded from the country and a great civil war ensued. During Roosevelt's presidency, 2 events were quite cataclysmic: the Great Depression, which starts in 1929 and lasts through 1941, and the onset of war. Roosevelt and Lincoln both faced moments in history that could have ended with the end of the republic itself. But let's continue. This is interesting. One leader's skills, strengths, and style may be suited for the times, those of another less so. I guess what she's going to say in this book is that without these qualities, these leaders could not have been successful. President James Buchanan was unfit to respond to the crisis over slavery. That same crisis confronted Abraham Lincoln. President McKinley encountered the same problems right before Theodore Roosevelt took over, but failed to grasp the hidden dangers in the wake of the Industrial Revolution. President Herbert Hoover had a fixed mindset, and he could not handle the deepening depression with the creativity of Franklin Roosevelt's freewheeling experimentation. And President John Kennedy lacked the skill and the focus that Lyndon Johnson brought to the central issue of his time, civil rights. So what do we take away from this book? We take away that leadership is not something that just happens. It's something that we prepare for. Are you that leader? What does it take today for you to lead your family, your friends, your neighbors, your loved ones through the crisis that we have right now? So my final words to you are, Nicotra, is that you are leaders, and we depend upon you. Just as you depend upon us to help lead you through this, we are confident that you can lead as well. I wish you the best, and I can't wait to see you soon. Good luck tomorrow. Don't forget, wash your hands. Have a great Sunday night.